Okay, good morning, boys and girls. We are checking our Star Master Math Warm-Up, page 45 today. So number 1 says, a 3rd grade class has a goal of reading 100 pages during silent reading this week. Nicole read 15 pages. Molly read 12 pages. How many more pages does the class need to reach its goal? Okay. What did you do first? Or did you hear any key words in there?
No.
Bryson? How many more? Good. Means to what? Good. How many more means to subtract? Okay. Is 100 pages their goal? Is that the total amount?
No, that's all.
Be sure of your answer before you have a reply, okay? Is 100 pages the total amount they need to read as a class? Yes. So if that's your total amount, that is your whole. If we're using a whole part, then 100 is going to be the whole box. Okay? And then we have Nicole, Molly, and the rest of the pages. So you would have 3 boxes: Nicole, Molly, and the rest of the class. Nicole was 15, Molly read 12, and the rest of the class we need to figure out. Okay? So we already said we need to subtract because we said how many more pages does the class need to read to reach its goal of 100. So what do I need to do first, or what can you do? There's a couple different ways you can work this out. Nobody knows? Just Bryson?
I'm not answering. I don't want to.
You're not answering? Not sure? Bryson?
I'm not sure. 10 times 12? No. 15 times minus
15 minus 12. No? These are 2 parts, so we could add the parts first.
Yes, I did that.
Okay? That's one way you could do it.
How much they have in common right now.
Good. So 27 is how much they have read already. So what would my second step be?
Check your answers.
No, that's not my final.
27 plus 12.
No?
27 plus 15.
No.
100?
Have we subtracted yet?
No.
Did it say how many more? And we put a subtraction sign out here, and we haven't done that yet. So what should we subtract?
15 minus 1.
No, guys, we're done with the 15 and 12. We've already combined them, so why would we subtract them?
27.
Think about your answer before you reply.
27 minus 100.
There you go, 100 minus 27. Because 100 is your total, right? That's what we want to get to. We've already read 27, so we need to subtract 27 to see how much more we have to read. Okay, can I do 0 minus 7? No, so I need to do what?
Go next door. Go next door.
If it's more on the floor, we go next door. But can I borrow from a 0? Can I borrow from a 10? Yes, the 10 becomes what?
A 10 becomes
A 9. Good. Somebody said it. 10 minus 7?
10 minus 7.
3. And 9 minus 2? 7.
I didn't do that.
Okay, 73. So 73 would be the missing part. So let's see if that would make sense. 73 plus 12 plus 15. Would that equal 100?
Yes.
Yes, because 73 plus 27 does give you 100. Okay, all of the parts need to equal the whole.
And the 3 would definitely not work.
Definitely not work. And this one is pretty obvious too, because you can't have a number that's bigger than your whole. Okay, 127. Good, Allie.
If you subtract all the way down, if you subtract 10 minus 12. And if you chose B, it would it's only come.
That's when you stopped at the first step.
40.
You had to do 2 steps. Okay, another way you also could have done this is do 100 minus 15, and then at that answer minus 12. So you would subtract twice instead of adding first. Okay. Number 2, Class A saved 110 bottles to recycle. Class B saved 320 bottles. Class C saved 215 bottles. The school wants to save 950 bottles in all. How many more bottles does the school need to save? Do we know the goal that the school wants to reach?
Yes.
Which is what?
950.
So would that be my whole or my total?
Yes.
Yes. So again, you could do a whole part. They want to get to a 950. So far they have 3 classes. 110, 320, 215. How much more do they need to collect to get to 950? Okay, so what did we do up here? What did we do with our 2 parts first? We added them, so we could do that down here. We could add the parts first, and then what? Aaliyah? And then subtract that answer from the whole. Good. They don't give you very much room on these problems. I'm going to go over here to the side, and we need to add up all the classes first. 110, 320, 215. Okay, 0 plus 5.
0 plus 5 is 5.
1 plus 2.
3.
3 plus 1.
4.
1 plus 3. 4 plus 2.
6.
Okay, so 645 is how much they have with these 3 classes. How are we going to find out this missing number now?
Where does it have 645 minus 950?
Okay, good. Gregory, what are we going to do for our second step? Kaylee just said it.
What?
Nope. That's why I'm calling on you, because you're not paying attention, and we just said the answer to the question that I asked you. The second step, guys, is you're going to take the whole, which was 950, and subtract the parts that we added together, which was 645. Okay, I see a 5 on bottom, so can I do 0 minus 5?
No.
No. More on the floor?
Yep.
Go next door. Okay? We borrow from the 5. The 5 becomes what?
4.
A 4, not a 14. Just a 4. The 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 4 minus 4, 0. 9 minus 6, 3. Okay, so A was the correct answer. If you're doing these problems and you're not showing your work, then you will do this as part of your class assignment today. And you're sitting there checking it, and you could be writing all this down, and you're not. Number 3, Sean won 137 tickets at the county fair, and his friend won 129 tickets. Sean's dad won 45 tickets. How many more tickets did Sean and his friend win together than Sean's dad? What does together mean when it says how many more did Sean and his dad or Sean and his friend win together? What would you do with that? Add them. Okay, so Sean and his friend together. So we need to look for Sean. How much did he win?
Sean won 137.
137. Okay. How much did his friend win?
129.
Good. Good, 129. So first thing, we're going to go ahead and add those two. What's 7 plus 9?
6.
16, carry the 1. 1 plus 3?
6.
4 plus 2?
4 plus 2.
6. 1 plus 1?
2.
2. So step 1, you should have gotten 266. Okay, was that where we stopped? No, because now it says, how many more tickets did Sean and his friend win together than Sean's dad? So the second part, what do I need to do?
Subtract.
Subtract. How many more means to subtract? Together meant to add. Okay, so what am I going to subtract? Aaliyah? 266 minus 45. Yes. 6 minus 5 is
1.
1. 6 minus 4.
2.
And 2 minus nothing.
2.
2. Now, is that my final answer?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's put it up in the boxes correctly. So 2, 2, 1, and then we bubble in the 2, 2, and 1. You have to do both, so make sure you put it in the box and bubble in underneath it. Okay, number 4. Kelsey, you want to read?
No, I'm going to read number 5.
Okay, the town of Belleville has 3 schools with 500 students all together. How many students does Oak Meadow School have? Do we know the total amount of students they have all together?
Yes. Yes.
So is that our whole, if we do a whole part? Yes. Okay. So you have 500 all together in all 3 schools. And we have how many parts?
We have
3, because we have 3 schools, right?
And there's a missing part. Oh, no.
There is a missing part. Okay, but we know these 2. What do we do with the 2 parts that we already have?
We add them or subtract.
We add them. Is that the same thing we did here?
Yes.
We added the parts and then we subtracted?
Yes.
Is that the same thing we did here?
Yes.
We added the parts and then subtracted?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to add 134 plus 199. What's 4 plus 9?
4 plus 9.
13. Good. So carry the 1. I'm going to go ahead and say 9 plus 1 is 10 because that's easy to add a 3 now. 10 plus 3 is 13. 1 plus 1 plus 1. 333. Good. 333. Okay. Am I done now, Allie?
No.
What's my second step?
Subtracting.
What am I going to subtract?
500 and 3.
Good. 500 minus 333. Is it bigger on the floor?
No. Yes.
So what does that mean?
Go next door.
Go next door. So can I borrow from the 0? No, so we can go to the 5. 5 becomes 4. I'll have to stop here in the middle. This becomes a 10. I still haven't made it back to my 1's place, so what do I need to do next? We borrow again, right? This 10 becomes 9.
10.
Good. 10 minus 3 is
8.
7. 9 minus 3?
6.
6. And 4 minus 3?
1.
167. So that was my missing piece. How could I check my work with all these pieces? Kelsey? Should these 2 pieces add up to 500? Yes. all of the parts should add up to 500, right? Okay.
Can I read number 5?
All right, last one, number 5. Go ahead, Kelsey.
Amy and her sisters counted the number of red cars they saw on a trip. Amy counted 62 red cars, Liz counted 81 red cars, and Beth counted 73 red cars. How many total red cars did Amy and Beth count? There was a keyword.
What's the key word?
Total.
Total. So what does that mean?
To add.
To add, okay? Most of the time. Sometimes it can mean multiply, but in this case, we don't need to multiply because there's not equal groups. Okay?
We had all of them.
They just want to know how many red cars did Amy and Beth count. So did I need to know that Liz counted 81?
No.
No. So you should have crossed that out. We don't need Liz. We need Amy, who counted 62, and Beth, who counted 73. What's 2 plus 3?
2 plus 3.
3 equals 5.
6 plus 7?
6 plus 7.
13. Good. 135 cars. So D would have been the correct answer. Okay? Any questions on that? I wanted us to practice using a whole part a little bit and multi-step word problems. Most of these you had to do more than one thing.